All right, we are doing finite geometric series word problems. Finite meaning it starts and stops clearly. Geometric series, there's a common ratio or a multiplier that from the successive terms or the terms that follow each other have that same type of multiplier applied to it. Word problem, they're giving us a situation. All right. Vince went on a 3-day hiking trip. Each day he walked 3/4 the distance that he walked the day before. He walked 183.25 kilos total in the trip. How far did, that's what we're being asked. How far did Vince walk? Did he walk on the first day of the trip? All right, so we're looking for the term one, basically. Round your final answer to the nearest kilo. All right, kilometer. All right, so that means a 3-day hiking trip. That's the total amount of these distances totaled together. So that's our N. N is 3. Each day he walked 3/4 the distance he walked the day before. So that's your multiplier or common ratio. He walked 83.25 kilometers total in the trip. And then that's going to be your sum of all the days that he walked for the 3. All right, so S of 3 is equal to, A is what we want. That's the first term. 1 minus our common ratio. Our common ratio in this case is 3/4 over what, and then that's to the n. To the n is, so let's see, I'm missing, it's to the n. There we go. And then 1 minus our common ratio is 3/4. So as I was doing this, I was trying to recall in my head, what's the formula? What's the formula? And I forgot one of my basic rules. Always rewrite the formula if you're using it. S of n. The sum of the first n terms is equal to the first term A times 1 minus the common ratio R to the power of n, where n is the number of terms, and divided by 1 minus the common ratio. All right, and looks like everything links together. All right, so we're solving this right now. Let's see how it goes. Let me clear up some room. It looks like I'll need it. All right. What would I do first? Oh, n. N is 3. That makes it possible. It was impossible with that n floating around. Too many variables. All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll take care of all the simplifying that we can. So S of 3, how far did you walk in 3 days? 83.25 kilometers. All right, there we go. Now I had too many variables again. You can only have one variable with one equation. All right, so I'm just simplifying what I can over here, right here, and it's all equal to 83.25. 1 minus, now everything to the third power, it's real important. A lot of students get confused by this. The minus sign does not have the exponent. The minus sign is separate. So only the R is to the third power. The 3/4 times 3/4 times 3/4, it's also the 3 applies to the top and to the bottom. So that's 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. 4 times 4 is 16. Times 4 is 64. 16 times 4, checking right now. 64 is correct. All over 1 minus 3/4 is 1/4. So you can go ahead and calculate this if you need to, but by this time we're using so many fractions everywhere. Hopefully you're not getting stuck on 1 minus 3/4. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and simplify my parentheses. And I'll just go ahead and use the calculator since I got it. So I'm getting 83.25 is equal to a 1 minus 27 over 64. It's basically what would make this 6437. Well, we've done these enough that it flips this one and multiplies. So basically, this is just a multiply by 4. So this is, I'm just going to throw it on over here. Times 4 multiplies to the top of it. So that's 4 times 37 over 64. 4 goes into 64. Sorry about that. 64 divided by 4 is equal to 16. All this turned into a times 37 over 16. Okay. And I'm just kind of putting that a on top here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So I now have 83.25 equals, I'm going to go ahead and just keep it right there. A is 37 over 16. All right. And to get a by itself, I go ahead and multiply both sides by the reciprocal. The reciprocal is going to be 16 over 37. Do that to both sides. All right, and so finally, a is equal to 16 divided by 37 equals times 83.25. 36. Wow, that's all that work. Simplified real easy. All right, 36 is what I got. So let me just remind you, the formula is very important to write out. You just got to go piece by piece, attacking it, just making sure you don't make any fraction errors as you do. Got it. Next one, see if it's any different. Alex earns a $35,000 salary in the first year of his career. Each year he gets a 3% raise. Which expression gives the total amount Alex has earned in his first N years of his career? Okay, so it's a little bit different format. Let's go ahead and break down what we know. So this is our S of N. Oh, no, that's his first year, not a total. So it's his first year, and it's how much he's earned in N years of his career. So first year, that means this is his first term, his first entry. That's your A. And each year he gets a 3% raise. So the common ratio or the multiplier is the original 100% plus the 3% raise. So the multiplier is 1.03. That's 103% he gets every year. But as a number, 1.03. And okay, so then it'd be S of N. Our formula is equal to A1 minus R to the N all over 1 minus R. Plugging everything in. So S of N, we're not told how many, is equal to A is 35,000 times 1 minus our common ratio, 1.03 to the power of N all over 1 minus 1.03. Okay. We'll just go ahead and simplify what we can here. Looks like the only thing is on the bottom. What's bigger, 1 or 1.03? That's equal to 35,001 minus 1.03 to the N. You cannot combine these. This one's trapped by that variable. 1 minus 1.03 is negative. This one's bigger, 0.03. It's the extra stuff. All right, so let's see if that meets any of them. Negative 0.03. So the only one that has the good bottom number is A. Let's just make sure everything else links together. 1 minus 1.03 to the n. Yes. So this one would be if he lost money each year. So if he got he was demoted and lost money each year. So maybe he's earning by commission and he sells less each year. That would be this one if he loses 3%, but it's a 3% raise. So he's adding it on top of your 100%, not subtracting it. So not that one. And then they're just mixing up what R is. So A is your initial amount. All right. So hopefully that helps.